Welcome back. Our American Dream series continues. We're profiling entrepreneurs, innovators, and people who just inspire us. And our spotlight shines this week on a gentleman named Dennis Bair. He's a former minor league baseball pitcher drafted by the Chicago Cubs, eventually signing with the Cincinnati Reds and the Arizona Diamondbacks. It was his love of baseball and passion off the field that led him to start the BairFind Foundation. It's an organization dedicated to getting the public involved in the search for missing children. And what better way to do that than to raise awareness at a spot where millions of Americans visit at least once over the summer: ballparks. Their goal to create signs to highlight these missing children. They put those in parks across the country. Our story now takes us to the baseball grounds of Jacksonville, home of the Jumbo Shrimp, and a conversation with Dennis Bair. Take a look. Why baseball grounds? Why do you want to bring the message here?
Well, this is where the people are. Our program is based on our ability to put the photos of each city's missing kids in front of as many people as possible.
Swing and a fly ball, high and deep to left field. Harrison moving back to the track, to the wall. It's off the wall for a base hit. Jacksonville takes the lead.
I was a minor league pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, and when I was pitching, I realized that there were thousands of people in the stadium every night in each city that we went to. But the parents whose kids are missing, they struggle so much to keep their child's photo in the public eye, to remind everybody that they're missing and they need to be found. And I realized that the stadium was a great place to put a sign.
What was it about missing children that made you want to start this from the beginning? What made you want to go find kids?
Well, it was during one off season. I was in the minor leagues with the Chicago Cubs, and I was home one off season and I was watching a documentary that showed parents whose daughter, back then the popular band was Pearl Jam, and they had a 13-year-old daughter who went to a Pearl Jam concert and never came home. And the show, it showed them and everything they did to try to raise awareness for their daughter. And once it was off the news, how in the world do they keep their child's photo in public so that people can see? And they were all alone, and they lost all their money. They spent all their money printing flyers and buying billboards, and it just dawned on me that I was in stadiums every night, and I was a starting pitcher. And starting pitchers are the ones that work in the community, because we go on a 5-man rotation. So 4 nights out of 5, we don't have to play that night. So we're the ones that they send out into the community to work with the kids. And I guess I just realized how much influence we had.
Where do you hope that this goes? I mean, you want to come, you said, to how many different parks across the country? Where do you hope BairFind.org gets to?
Well, what most people don't know about minor league baseball is there are 160 of these stadiums across the country, and minor league baseball actually draws more than 40 million fans a year, and that's more than the NBA and NFL combined. Right now we have our signs in 153 stadiums across the country, and each of our signs, the kids that we feature, are very specific to that city. And this summer, tens of millions of people across the country are seeing all of the kids in their cities that are missing and need to be found. So the more money we can raise, and we are looking for a corporate sponsor or sponsors. We're looking for a corporate sponsor who wants to have their logo seen by tens of millions of people all over the country every year. Then we can afford to construct and ship signs to all of those stadiums and literally have tens of millions of Americans seeing each of their city's kids that are missing and need to be found all year long. Because like I said before, this is where the people are. In Jacksonville, on a summer night, all the families in Jacksonville are talking about who's going to the Shrimps game.
Runner going. Here's a swing, and here's a high drive. That's deep in the air to left field. Way to the warning track. He's up against the wall. This ball is gone! John Norwood with a 2-run homer, and the Jumbo Shrimp have a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first against Chattanooga.
Coming up, we're going to meet Dennis Bair. He's going to join us live on set. We're going to talk about where he hopes to go from this point forward, about one local boy he's very passionate about helping to find, and how you can make a difference. It's coming up later here on First Coast Living. But in the meantime,